Let's start off with the Noel Clarke story. And again, I wasn't really going to go into it, but this guy had this meltdown. And I thought that's really much more interesting than the actual story. Look, I don't know the particulars of it. I don't know why he lost his case. I know that libel is incredibly hard to win, right? But again, I don't know why I lost it. And I'm not prepared to do the effort to find out, frankly. Right? I'm really genuinely not. If John the White of blessed memory was still here, and he would work it out, but I'm not up for it. So anyway, so this guy out the blue, it was on a Trump video, which must have really triggered him, right? Made any comment about Noel Clarke losing his libel case against The Guardian. Remember back in March when the case got underway, you confidently predicted that Clarke would win and prove his innocence. Again, there's nothing to prove. He's not been charged of anything. That people had to prove their innocence was The Guardian, right? Can't find that video on your channel now. Wonder why. I didn't remove it. What are you talking about? I never remove any of my videos. Are you out your mind? Why would I remove? Who's gonna bloody look for it? Who's that sick? What? Okay, lol. 28 witnesses gave evidence against him, while Clarke's witnesses melted away once the trial began. Well, probably were somewhat intimidated. I think. Look, they go. I think they said, "We'll destroy your life the same way we destroy Clarke." Finding him to be brave is hard. 28 witnesses, again, what do they witness? He hasn't been charged with anything. Right? What did they witness? Again, whatever, but fine. I counted 6 witnesses intend to court refused to stand. Some risking being in contempt of court rather than giving evidence of it. Yeah, it sounds like they're being bullied into silence to me, but okay. Clarke is arrogant. This guy's never met him. He knows nothing about him. Anyone who did a deep dive into his history, conduct, and character could see that. Well, John the White did a very deep dive, and I trust his opinion. Right? I know him. I know him to be a man of integrity. I miss him dearly. Right? I really do. I really do miss him. I can do this guy's done a lot. I only skimmed the comments, so I didn't realize how invested he was at that time. What a surprise! What surprise! Just how many so-called intelligent people of Doctor Who fandom were taken in by his lies and deception. So, okay, this guy just seems a bit bonkers, doesn't he? Like, what's this got to do with you? I don't know. But okay. So I answered him and said, dude, the British judiciary in 2021 is entirely corrupt, as the vast majority of the country firmly believes. It's a judiciary that has political prisoners in the form of Lucy Connolly, and others get years in prison for who gets years in prison for quickly delete a tweet. But Labour councillor Ricky, I didn't put his last name, Ricky Jones, was it? Calls for the death of anyone to the right, Jeremy Corbyn, making a throat-slitting movement to a cheering crowd, gets off scot-free. Yeah, that happened. And if you're a paedophile, you're all good as long as you support Labour. Yeah, I think, what's that, all the pedos? They don't get in that much trouble, do they? But I may ask, why? This is the real question. Why are you so obsessed with Noel Clarke? Have you ever met him? Do you know anything about this case other than what people told you? Do you think him losing the libel case proves sexual misconduct? Because it doesn't, right? My guess is that the culture has turned away from your worldview as left-wing politics implodes, and you're desperate for some form of validation in a sea of absolute failure of your political worldview. But as I said, that's just a guess. What is bothering you? And that's really my question. And I never find out why. He is nuts, this guy, right? An awful lot of deflection going on in your reply. No. I answered you. You asked me why I hadn't approached it. I told you why. Dude, didn't get the result you were hoping for, so discredit those who made it. No, again, you're projecting. I wouldn't do that. Why would I need to do? See, I have confidence in my opinions, and I'm like, I have no problem with being wrong, right? And it's kind of a superpower. If you don't have a problem with being wrong, it just gives you so much more power with people like this. But this guy can't imagine being wrong, not being terrible, not being the worst thing ever. Man, he's a weirdo. Oh no, what's it? He's still. We got a long way to go with this. Pretty much the reply I expect from you. Clarke brought his libel case to clear his name, and he failed. Justice Stern's findings were damning. Clarke is the man depicted in the cut. I mean, according to the opinion, as they're reporting, it's substantially true. What does substantially true mean? That means it's partially not true, isn't it? Yeah. No. Substantially true is that many women, one journalist went around and got stories from 17 women. That is true. And they all gave their, gave their stories. None of them added up to anything, did it? Did it? Right. Okay. But look, this guy goes. This is like crazy deep dive to say, nah, cash, which is what he's doing. I don't think you've proved that Clarke is the man. Substantially. 28 witnesses gave evidence against him. What did they say? And no personal gain, whilst Clarke witnesses melted away once the case got away. Again, I don't think that proves anything. I think it proves they were intimidated by a awful, terrible monoculture who will bully you to poverty and death, right? Which is how I would describe the denizens of the entertainment industry, right? Have you not been around for the last 7? They are the worst people ever. So, but whatever. You tell me what exactly they said he did, right? What's the accusation against him? A bunch of names. All refuse to give evidence in court. Some risk. Yeah, you already said that. Say yes to answer your question. I do have a good understanding and appreciate the case. Well, you're certainly a bit interested in it. But you haven't given me any extra details. You just told me, they didn't come out. Well, again, what do people say he did? And why hasn't he been charged by the police? Right? Because he's fat. I'm like, why do you think him losing this case is proving his guilt? It's really weird. Right? This dude is just really weird. And like, he's so obsessed. For your information, I thoroughly investigated Clarke, okay, and the accusation against him over 2 years ago. So follows with interest, okay. I wanted to support the campaign launched by John the White to discredit the allegations against Clarke. Again, what he said, he seemed to be pretty solid to me in the Guardian. I really mean that. I have no idea. See, you're an avatar. You're anonymously hiding behind an avatar. I have no idea who you are, right? I can't believe a word that you say at this point. Clarke is a wrong un. I can put it no blame in that. What was your opinion? I feel genuinely sad that John was taken in by Clarke's lies and deception. I don't think it was. It gives me no pleasure to say that, believe me. And no, I've never met Clarke, okay? And frankly, I wouldn't want myself, or my sister, or my daughter, if I had one, what I do, I wouldn't mind them being around them, to be anywhere near him, certainly not under his control. A 6-week trial in a high court established the Guardian was reporting substantially true. That means they lied a lot. That means they lied a lot, right? Clarke was found not a truthful witness, and there are strong grounds to believe Clarke is a serial abuser of women. Okay, I mean, again, they may say that, but what are these serious grounds? Could you present them to me? No. Okay. And I said, as I went back, I answered your points directly. I, like most people, have zero faith in institutions anymore, so holding up institutional validation doesn't impress me, particularly when the judiciary's open political left-wing bias. Them not being able to rule against Guardians, hardly shocking, is it? Under what capacity did you start your investigation? Honestly, you sound completely bonkers. He really does. But again, look, this is wrong with Fandom. We've had this sea of completely bonkers people. Oh, God. Look, if only people could get laid again. life will be better for everyone. Really, it's true. It's really true. So again, I have to ask you, what is the obsession coming from? You're completely detached from it, and it still consumes your life. You understand it, how it make little sense, right? It sounds like wild deflection to it. So it sounds more like wild deflection to me. I'm assuming you from the collapse of your worldview, which again I think is probably what's driving him. But as I said, I have no idea why you're so bonkers. Simply that you are. I can clearly see a great deal of deflection going on in your reply. There's literally none. There's like literally none. I did like what? No, I'm answering you directly. Going on your replies to dodge the fact that Clarke failed to clear his name in court. Okay, he didn't. He failed to prove that. As far as I understand, that the Guardian maliciously slimed him, right? If I remember correctly, John did some videos about Noel with Gobson. Yeah, I believe so. Yeah. The allegation was dropped against Noel as the so-called victim was found to be a prolific liar. That's what I recall. But like again, I don't know why. Okay, if this guy had a slam dunk, maybe he would tell us, right? But he doesn't. Right? He absolutely like nothing. More deflection calling me bonkers. That's not deflection. I think you're bonkers. Right? Like that was part of that. No, I think this is an integral part of the conversation. Say, you're fucking bonkers, mate. Right? You are. I mean, like, again, why am I covering this now? Because you're funny. And you're bonkers. Right? That's this is part of the story. You being a nutball is part of the story. Right? It's not divisible from the story. More deflection calling me bonkers and investigating Clarke. I don't know who you are. John the White is a smart guy. You seem like a weirdo. Was John the White bonkers for his investigation the same thing? No, again, I think he's an intelligent person. You seem really strange. No, of course he wasn't. John was a critical thinker who didn't accept the face value. Yeah, I accept what he said then. For that very reason. And again, has Clarke been convicted or charged with anything? No. We investigate, we come to our own conclusions, and no, Clarke doesn't consume my life. Well, look, mate, if you know this about it and he doesn't consume your life, you've got to get a fucking life. What the hell? What else is going on? If this obsessive behavior is not obsessive, like, oh, no, this is just a side quest for me. Well, like, what is going on with you, mate? I can see why you don't have a daughter. Maybe you'll find somebody to have sex with if you weren't so fucking bonkers. Honestly, and not this. That's really what drives most people to be bonkers, right? They're just incels, right? And that doesn't consume my life as you would. No, I'm not inferring. I'm saying directly. No more than it will consume John the White's life. Well, he's not around. So again, you're childish and attempt to belittle me. I'm not trying to attempt to belittle you. You're belittling yourself. Has backfired. Oh, badly. Oh, yeah. You're right. This is going bad for me. Oh, yeah. And all that, after all that deflection and mudslinging, no, I'm asking you, what is up with you, right? You still haven't answered my original question, which was, have you talked about Noel Clarke failed to clear his name in court when he lost his libel case? No, he didn't lose it. No. I guess, did he lose it? I think the Guardian won their libel case. They did, yeah. Against the Guardian in your live streams ever since the verdict. Not a difficult one. It's a yes or a no. Again, I love this guy. Is smart enough to think he's clever, but not smart enough to understand he's not. Okay, so now I'm like, can I just shut this down already? Freaking weirdo. Clarke losing his libel case isn't a conviction on any form of sexual misconduct. What did the police charge him with? I think the answer is a big fat nothing. So why do you think this is a conviction for him? As for John the White, I knew him and always knew him to be a deeply moral and well-balanced person. You're some nut job hiding behind an avatar, obsessing about strangers in a situation you have no connection to or any first-hand knowledge of. Do you see the difference? Right. Oh, I forgot to answer your bonkers question. I don't think I'll be covering Clarke's loss as a bit of a downer of a story. Right. And there are better more concrete places to point out institutional corruption. Right. Why do you ask? Oh, wait a minute. You're someone who has a bonkers grudge against me. I thought it meant Clarke, right? So now if you have a grudge against me, it makes sense, right? I'm just trying to make sense of why you're being crazy, right? And I think this is some kind of mic drop hiding behind an avatar because you're scared of a direct confrontation. Are you that sad Harry bloke that came after me on X and hilarious and handed his ass? I bet you are. I bet he is. I bet he is. I really do. And this guy, he made a video to show how awful I was, right? And I used it as my channel intro. But again, why are we looking at this? Because I think it's important we look at the deep mental ill health of current day Doctor Who fandom, right? Which this really shows, right? Wow, you have a massive self-persecution complex. No, I really don't. I'm like, I just said, are you that guy? And I think he is. Going on there, if you don't mind me saying, I couldn't care less what you say. I do not have a bonkers grudge against you. Well, you stalked my channel for several months, waiting for me to reply to see how I would respond to a court case. That seems like obsessive behavior of somebody, and what normally causes that somebody having a grudge, right? Like so many other, Lucy was badly advised from the start, purposely, right? That's how they did it. Bonkers grudge against you. It was an ill-judged and unwise. And felt the verdict of this libel case is a vindication of this. What? We say? What? I think you're and you think I just bonkers grudge against you. I think you're just your defense of Clarke was ill-judged and unwise, and I felt the verdict of the libel case is a vindication of this. Well, obviously, but okay, here's the point. That it's months later and you're still obsessed, right? That probably means you have some kind of emotional connection to either me or Noel Clarke or both. Because a rational person doesn't do this, right? You're bonkers. Really, genuinely. What has he? Let me see if he deleted this stuff or he's still going. Right? Again, and I blame Rusty Davis for this. I really do. I blame Rusty Davis and I blame Chris Chibnall. They're like, please, any crazy person, please come and be Doctor Who fans, right? Please. Oh, yeah, there's more. Here we go. This guy goes on and on. And this guy is just nuts. But he gets another thing in. But again, they're going on forever. Where are we up to? I wonder if you'll be fair-minded enough to publicly acknowledge your misjudgment. No, I don't think I have. Because honestly, nothing's been presented to me that proved Clarke did the things he was accused of doing. Right? There was the police investigation. There was no charges made. Right? I think that's the end of the story, isn't it? Right? Why do you think there's again? Why do you think there's anything else to talk about? And finally acknowledge that not sure who this Harry bloke is. Oh, it's so you. But you're assuming that we are one and the same person suggests to me you have some real psychological issues going on. No, dude, you're hiding behind an avatar. Not everybody points out you were wrong. Again, you haven't pointed out I was wrong about something is bonkers. No, but the way you're doing it is bonkers. This is bonkers, right? This is what bonkers looks like. If you want to continue somebody who subjects women to sexual harassment, then you do, Rabbi. Just be aware this isn't a good look. Nobody's looking and nobody cares, right? Literally nobody's looking and nobody cares. Where is this? Oh, it goes on forever. Right. So look, I guess look. This is the definition of obsessed. Look, these massive things you're posting. It's like you're begging for validation agreement. I'm just not going to give it to you. Was Clarke arrested, charged, or convicted of sexual misconduct? Nope. That's a simple fact. Him losing the libel case against Guardian doesn't prove he engaged in sexual misconduct. Rather, he could have was malicious intent for the guard to discredit the story. And that's according to a politically corrupt judiciary, which treats people like they like and align with political views and sociological one way, and the opposite the other way. Okay, so that's the main complaint against Clarke. Anyway, so again, go to details. Main complaint fell apart when she was really proved to be lying, right? And he just goes on and on and on. My goodness, what a nasty tirade! I'm like, no, you're just out your mind. I'm just like, and then look, he keeps going on, right? It's unbelievable. And what I don't understand is, even if he was, again, there's no way you got cast iron proof that you were right. I have no idea. My gut is, I doubt the allegations of against Noel Clarke hold any water, right? I really genuinely do doubt they hold any water whatsoever. It was the middle of Me Too. As far as I know, there was no police. He wasn't arrested or charged or convicted. There's nothing else to really say. But that, this guy is again. Once you invest that much time into writing that much stuff out, you are crazy. Right? And why is he crazy? I don't know. That's why I asked him. Did he answer me? No, he didn't. But you know, to look into the mind of the insane, right? You must, you must approach one or two people, either the insane themselves, right, or those that have looked in the abyss, and the abyss looked back, and they laughed at their reflection. I don't know which we have tonight. It's one of the two, or both. It is called Birmingham's King of the Geeks. How are you doing, sir?
I look into the abyss most days simply by walking down the local high street.
Well, yeah, I mean, you are in Birmingham. Are they raising the colours by you?
In my local town, they are. The colours are up in the lower high street. And when I say my town, I mean the little village area, really, next to me in the town centre. There are signs of it, but in the villages, it's everywhere and spreading.
Thank God. Again, there's no way of fighting this campaign, and it's one of the best ones I've ever seen. Right? There's no, and I love the squirming as they can't say why they hate it.
It's effective. It's non-violent. It damages no property whatsoever, and puts nobody at any risk of any kind. The people who find it unedifying are those with their boots on the rest of our necks.
Yes, and they don't like it that they've lost a culture, right? This is what losing a culture war looks like. Thank God. So I was going to look at Doctor Who magazine's review of season, what is it, 2? What are we calling it? Is it season Queer 2? I don't know. Season
what are we talking about now?
Sticky shooty, and then rip the piss of it. But now you're here, I feel like we should do something different, right? It's like, well, I don't know. You made me feel more positive. Shall we look at the preview for the season 13 box set coming out?
Whatever you wish, mate. Whatever.
Don't say that.
It's your show.
You're going to work. We're going to wake up naked in an unfurnished apartment in Morocco. Yeah. If you do that with a pair of khakis in your ass, right? Don't never say that to me.
I just came in and saw, was that Nutty Andrew or somebody like that who was going on about Noel Clarke?
I have no idea. It's somebody behind an avatar who was obsessed with Noel Clarke. So Noel Clarke, I thought very sadly, lost his libel case against The Guardian, which this guy was convinced proved that he's a serial rapist.
Yeah,
right?
numpties in the Doctor Who fandom particularly those under the age of, say, 25, who are a little bit sort of challenged about these things. They don't realise that it was Noel that had taken the Guardian to court for libel.
They are
Noel himself wasn't in court.
They are the stupidest people. That's really the bottom line with the wokers of the world. They're just dumb. Oh, they dumbed everything down. So this is interesting. By the way, I saw something was announced today that you'll definitely be buying. I think you'll be buying.
Oh,
and you
okay.
can put it right next to the box of delights.
Varada say to 2026 calendar?
Well, there is that. I already have that. All the pages are already stuck together. No, I saw they're releasing Box of Delight, not Box of Delights. Go next to Box of Chronicles of Narnia on.
They are. I'm not so fond of the Chronicles of Narnia.
Oh, really? I thought that'd be because I know you love Box of Delights. You really turned me on.
Yeah, Box of Delights is one of my favourite things ever. Less fond of Narnia, and I've got it on DVD, but it was shot mostly on video, so I don't know how good it's going to look. But it's not going to look any better or any worse than the Doctor Who season 24, 25, and 26. Box set.
Which to me look fine, right? To me, they look it's just totally fine. And the stuff you can do with AI now, it's like every day. Did you? Were you watching earlier when I was showing the Rocketeer stuff I'm doing for my thumbnail on on Saturday night?
No.
Oh, here, let me show you. It came out gorgeous. Yeah, 1 second. Where is it? It's over here. Because I put in sexy Rocketeer pinups into an AI engine, asked them to make. Here, we'll start with that.
It's funny you should say that, because come Saturday night on the Spacebook, there could be some Rocketeer content.
Oh,
so yeah, I know. If that's not a tease, I don't know what it is.
Well, I'm going to show you what a tease is right now. Weirdly enough, share screen. So I put this image in.
Whoa.
Right. This was the first image I put in. Right. Rocketeer is always very sexy.
Look what, right. It's funny you should say. Look what I'm reading right now, literally from 1991, next to me.
Gorgeous. Anyway, so this came out as this. Isn't that fantastic?
Oh wow!
It looked just beautiful. And then I did this. It came out as this. Now this is face swapped into being Jennifer Connelly, but it doesn't work because the face is too fat.
No, she looks. I'm trying to think who she actually looks like. Yeah, it's hard to say.
Anyway, I can't. So then I went for Nicola Bryant. I'm like, okay, brunette.
When in doubt, go for Nicola.
Always good to go for Nicola. But then I said, you know what? Because I was watching Star Trek later today, which was awful. And I said, Rebecca Romaine has dark hair. Let's see a bit of Millie Gibson with dark hair, right? And that actually kind of worked, right? 1 second. And then I did this one. And it came. I mean, this is Photoshop needed.
Oh, that's the J. Scott Campbell.
Oh, 1 second.
Incentive.
Yeah. No, so I didn't download this image yet. Hang on. Let me find. I'll open it up over here. Don't open up. Here it comes. Yeah, let me share the screen. Oh, actually, it'll do it this way, which will be easier. Maybe. Did it work? No.
Look at the thighs on. Look at the thighs on her.
Really? Fine. We'll try it this way then. Now I've got to find a different folder. Open it up. Doink. It's worth the wait. Okay.
Yeah.
Bit of a build up, but worth the wait. There you go. Doink.
Ooh. Very sultry. I like it.
Look at that. Again,
she looks like Anna de Armas.
And then the most famous one. It's really weird. Came out just like Betty Page. So
I think it's like Benny Hill then.
Now what's the folder I put in? It's over here. Doink. Well, that comes from this.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I can't. Wait, are you muted?
No.
Dan, I can't hear you.
Hello? Hello?
I can't. Can anybody else hear Dan?
Hello? I can hear you. I'm not muted.
Can you hear yourself? Okay, in the chat, Dan, say, can anybody hear Dan speak? You can hear Dan. Well, I bloody can't. What's up with that?
That's strange.
Give me a second, Dan. Say it, speak again. See if we can hear you.
Hello.
Fine. I'm gonna
Jennifer
exit
Connelly.
and I'm gonna come back in. Okay, just give me a second. I think we'll do that. Leave.
It comes to something.
It's not letting me leave. There you go. Yeah, leave.
He's being held. He's being held against his will. Everybody looks like we've got some malfunctions on the Rabbi himself. So you got to put up with me for a moment or two until he logs back in. Yeah, the gremlins do like to play havoc.
Wait a minute. Did I turn the sound off on my computer? No.
He's back.
Ah, there you go.
You can hear me now?
Yeah. The problem might have been I accidentally turned the sound off on my computer. That might have been the problem. I don't know.
Gotcha.
So what were you saying? I couldn't hear.
I can't remember. What was I saying, everybody? I can't remember. I can't remember anything anymore. I'm getting up there in age. Yes.
Let's start looking at season.
Nicola Bryant, the Rocketeer. Nicola Bryant in the Rocketeer. Yeah, I can't.
Who knows? Who knows what they're doing? Fine. Let's have a look, see what the extras are. So it's Terror the Zygoth. Okay, so here's what I'm hoping for. Yeah, and it looks like we're getting it. Are we getting new Scarrison effects? But
yes. But
are they going to be good this time?
I can tell you that you are getting new Scarrison effects. I know the bloke who's done them.
Right.
But as to whether they'll be good, I mean, they're going to look fitting with the rest of the material. And that's Mike Tucker in the picture there.
Right.
But Neil Cole worked extensively refurbishing the original puppet and
Neil Cole from the museum. Neil, right? He's got the sci-fi. Yeah, but they can't use the. Did they use the original puppet?
In parts, they did. Yeah, in parts.
See, that was a mistake right there. They shouldn't do that.
They opted to stick with the original design and the original puppet. So you're going to see extended sort of sequences, extra sequences, probably just shot, graded a lot better.
Okay, here let me again. I show this all the time, but it's the perfect what's the word I'm looking for? Demonstration of why I like new effects, right? But this is by Cunning Monkey, not official. On the Silurians, I was so mad the Silurians didn't have new effects. I was like, well, why do we have that awful bloody T-Rex, right?
Why would you do that?
Yeah. Here, let me just find it.
We have noted your particular interest.
Oh no, this is Terror the Zygoth. This is Spearhead in Space. My mistake. Let's try that again. That was very good as well. Where is it? Okay, maybe don't go to Spearhead from Space folder. Let's go to the Silurians folder. Okay, that's 101. Here we go. Doink.
Just don't go to the folder marked Chin Balls or Whitaker.
Oh God, no. Wait. Do we? It was somewhere around here where we see the T-Rex. But before that, no, it was before this. It's somewhere around here. Hang on.
This is the story where most of the incidental music revolves around one guy playing a kazoo, isn't it?
Yeah. I think it's really close to this bit. There you go. Yeah, it's like 10 seconds. There you go. There's your music. so much more effective way of telling the story than the original. It just is. I'm in the story at that point. Like
matches perfectly.
Yeah, and like when I watch the original, it just takes me out of the story. Right, so although the Blake 7 new effects have all been good, and why am I complaining? I can make them all with AI and do it myself nowadays. It's ridiculous. I mean, you really can. Hang on.
Never mind the cunning monkey. We're going to have the rampant rabbis edition.
If I had more time, I would totally do that. Right. So what's this one? Terror of the Zygons. I thought this would be the last thing they're going to release because Terror of the Zygons was the last DVD they released. So audio commentary. This is from the DVD. So we got Robert Banks Stewart. Oh, blimey! Is he still alive?
No.
They got him in the nick of time. Philip Hinchcliffe, Sylvia James, Dick Mills, moderated by Mark Ayres, Scott Schmidt, and Sussex making documentary. That's actually pretty good. The South Today.
Not being alive isn't the
impediment that it used to be.
Yeah, it doesn't hold people back the way it did.
No, not anymore. Extract from the BBC local news broadcast on 17th March. I like all that stuff. And then they got the stories from the story of Doctor Who in 2003. Remembering Douglas Camfield, that was great. Unit Family with Part 3, that was also good. Merry-Go-Round, The Fuel Fishers. I remember that, and I remember watching it on the Blu-ray on the DVD going, why is this on here? Why would anyone care? So now we've got a new commentary with Tom Baker. Oh, that's probably worth it right there.
That's going to be good.
Original optional replacement effects on parts 2 and 4. It's huge. Many people say that to me. The recreation of the Scarrison documentary. So it's got to be pretty good if they have a documentary about recreating it.
Yeah.
Right. Disney time. I remember this from 75. Yeah, I really remember that. As one of my earliest memories of Doctor Who.
Really?
Wow.
Just before my time by a couple of years. I remember.
It was like, again, I was like, there was that, and then the next earliest memory was a repeat of Planet of the Daleks, I think, in the summer. Behind the sofa, who's got? You got Sophie Aldred, Colin Baker, Janet Fielding, and Toby Hadoke, Katie Manning, Sadie Miller, Maureen O'Brien, Sarah Sutton. Well, that's a weird combination, but okay. Who's that? They got Sadie Miller, Katie Manning. Katie Manning with anybody on Behind the Sofa is awesome, right? She really is. Like anybody she is absolutely awesome. Oh man, I like you get a PDF of the annual, the 77 annual. That sounds good. I never look at the PDF stuff.
No, me neither. But I like that it's all there in case I ever want to.
Yeah, in case the apocalypse happens. Now, Planet Evil. I haven't seen this for quite some time. Man, they like the Scarrison model. There you go. I'm telling you, Neil Cole did a brilliant job restoring that, didn't he?
Yeah.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Really did a good job.
Even Philip Hinchcliffe is smiling, and believe me, I've met him. He doesn't smile a great deal.
Again, I wish we lived in a parallel universe then when they stopped working on Doctor Who. They sold Hinchcliffe and Holmes, said, we want you to do an adult drama, whatever you want, Thursday night at 9 o'clock for an hour, right? Or 9:30, whatever, after the news. They would have done something huge, right? They would have done something really, really good. So the Planet Evil, that's essentially Forbidden Planet. Let's see what's this? Is that a Seeds of Doom egg? Okay. Fine. So fine. The original is audio commentary by Tom Baker, Prentice Hancock. I forgot he was in that. Yeah. Philip Hinchcliffe and Liz Slater. Oh man, it's gonna be nice hearing Liz Slater. It hasn't been a long time. Making a documentary, planetary performance, Hidden Hinchcliffe. So the new feature is Return to 13 documentary. Wow, I bet that's good. I like the overview documentary. On the season 2 Blu-ray, they got a great documentary about the overview of the entire season. Right, it's fantastic. Behind the Sofa. Okay, so there's not much going on there. See, this is one where I don't think I would want new effects because I think the old effects are just so part of what that story is.
I can't, yeah.
They could probably do it in a way I liked it.
They're part of the. I think they're very wedded to the story itself.
Yeah,
more
exactly,
so than in most other stories. More so than, for example, the giant inflatable snake in Kinder. That's incongruous. Whereas the stuff in Planet of Evil fits perfectly.
It really does, doesn't it? I like that Gabriel Wolf and Philip Hitchcock. I bet that documentary is great.
Yeah, what a fabulous picture.
I mean, they're normally good, those documentaries. Pyramids of Mars. Oh, yeah, I love a bit of Pyramids of Mars. Now, I'm still amazed that they didn't use that like bright rainbow effect they used for the promotion of, was it the second season of Shooting Out or the first season? I can't remember.
It was the first, the first all round.
Right, when they open up the sarcophagus transmat thing.
Just one of many missed opportunities and complete balls-ups, courtesy of Russell T. Davies.
Okay, so before you came on, I was reviewing Alien Earth episodes 3 and 4. I was telling you, vive la difference, right? We have a disagree. Yeah, you find anything like Dallas Ditch was the last couple of episodes. I'm just riveted to it, right? But I was looking at the website, and it's the best website for a TV show I've seen. Yeah. Like Battlestar Galactica, like Doctor Who used to be. And that's the mark of somebody caring about what they're doing.
They're putting conceptual work on it. There's all sorts of things there to download.
It's really
and to read.
impressive, right? And you don't see that level of care and like love and dedication in any part of Russell Davies too, right? Look, you know who really in the last 10 years since Capaldi, who really showed love for Doctor Who, and it's very unfortunate, is Jodie Whittaker. Jodie Whittaker and Mandit Gill. They love Doctor Who. They have no idea that they're shit. And it was like the worst thing anybody have seen. But they always infuse about it.
I think that Whittaker, I don't want to kind of retroactively sort of give history a tune-up. I think that Jodie Whittaker's a better ambassador for it now that she's not in it.
Yes, that's so true.
She speaks very genuinely about a time where she personally had fun, and she speaks about it in ways that we can sort of relate to. I love living in Cardiff. I love the people. So it's all very right. It's not a series of trite things that she's been told to say or feels that she should say.
It's because she's being honest.
She's being completely honest and genuine as to who she is. I still don't particularly like her as a person, but I recognise that that's a genuine person now that's out there speaking and reminiscing.
She's so much more likable now. She's being an honest person, right? And she, again, she was just horribly miscast. The whole thing was just horribly.
She was encouraged to be inauthentic, to be adversarial, and given a label to live up to as well. Which, I think that she's I don't think anybody can really function authentically under those conditions. Never mind somebody of limited ability. Like Jodie Whittaker.
That's fair enough. But but again, there's not the love you see anywhere. You see that love in the Blu-ray sets, right? You didn't see it in the current era. So Pyramids of Mars. Which there is already a new effect.
It's because the people involved with it currently, even Russell T. Davies, and he doesn't know this because he's too in his own way. The people who work on the show now, or in most recent years, with the exception maybe of Farrah Sato, because she'd got other things going on, and maybe even Millie Gibson too, but I think I probably have to include her. Everybody else, I'd sort of portion off Anita Dobson in this because she certainly doesn't need the money, doesn't need the exposure. Everybody else viewed being involved as an opportunity for one thing or another, either on a personal level or on a political level. And Russell is the same as well. This is why it feels differently. This is why he behaves differently and communicates and writes differently.
See, that's why I thought he wouldn't screw this up. Because I thought it was way too important to him, but it was wrong. By the way, this science show, math show, I remember watching this on TV as well. It was. Have you ever seen it? It's really weird. They use paper plates to map out the boundary of some. I can't even remember. But okay, so we got audio commentary by Philip Hinchcliffe, Paddy Russell, Michael Sherd. Okay, he's dead now, isn't it? Elizabeth Sladen. Yeah. A Siren Gothic making a documentary. By the way, if you are a fan, let me just pull this up of Pyramids of Mars. There's a series of audios, not the one on Big Finish, the Caldor City who did them, which are wrong link, which are absolute magic bullet, right?
I've probably mentioned to you before that Pyramids of Mars episode 2 is my very earliest memory of Doctor Who from when I was a child, and one of my earliest memories of anything at all. The only other things I remember that are older than that are Bohemian Rhapsody being on top of the pops, Gary Glitter being on top of the pops, which is obviously a very dangerous.
Well, hopefully you weren't there at the time.
Yeah, no, we were at some distance.
Anyway, so this huge recommend, right? Huge recommend. The Faction Paradox. They did Faction Paradox was huge in the.
I remember.
It was in the early 2000s. It was like a Gallifreyan voodoo cult, and they lived in. It's called the 12-Day Empire when they switched from the Gregorian to the Gregorian calendar. 12 days were missing, and that's where they lived in conceptual. But these were really good, and it had Gabriel Wolf in it and Julian Glover, right? And it really just a wonderful series, just with poor covers, generally speaking.
Yeah,
terrible. It really did. But it really did work. Fantastic stuff. Much better than when Big Finish did the Osiris.
That was the thing. It was created by Lawrence Miles, somebody like that. Somebody who was big at the time. Yeah.
Lawrence Miles, again, he became too lefty, I think, for Russell T Davies' Doctor Who. Right? He thought that the Unquiet Dead was an attack on immigration. Or something like that. I remember them because he basically was bad.
If you were on Gallifrey base at the time, Lawrence Miles was going absolutely tonto every week, reams and reams and reams of stuff.
Yeah. That's why I was on Gallifrey base, thankfully.
I mean, very, very well written, but a lot of it was completely unhinged.
And all of it was they didn't pick me to write for New Doctor Who.
Largely,
right?
Yeah.
That's really all what it was. But it was good stuff anyway. I wonder what he's doing now. So now we got new effects. I guess they take that from the TARDIS Tales. Michael Sherd remembers. I bet that's good. Elizabeth Sladen remembers behind the sofa. Masho. Masho was weird. Bunch of Masho. Wogan's World. Before it was on the telly. Upgraded production subtitles. I wouldn't know. I haven't read them in like 15, 20 years. Camera scripts, PDF, production, radio times, cutting. Disc 4 is the Omnibus repeat originally on November 22nd. 12 Tales of the TARDIS, which screw off. I mean, cultural appropriation. I'll just stop with it. How to ruin an episode of Doctor Who, put Shooty Gatwa in it. Tom Talks documentary with Tom Baker. That's really very good. Season 13 trailer, that was not much happening at all, as I recall. The trailer I have no memory of.
No, me neither.
Penobscot Archive with Nicholas Courtney, Caroline John, and Liz Slade. Again, I love that we all have this now. We can all watch this stuff, even though they're gone. I mean, this is such a wonderful archive of Doctor Who at that moment. I really think it's very good. Android Invasion. Season 13 is an interesting mix of nearly good stories. With a couple of good ones, but nearly good. Ian Martin. Was he gay or straight, Ian Martin? I always assumed he was straight, but that's because I grew up not thinking about it. Now I think, is he gay? Turns out
I couldn't tell you. I have no idea at all.
So what's on this one? Audio commentary by Martin Friend, Philip Hinchcliffe, Milton Johns. I forgot he's in this. Mary McDougall, and moderated by Toby Hadolik. The Village That Came to Life, making of documentary. Directing directing who with Barry Letts. Remembering Barry Letts. Well, did he write this? Weetabix Advert. That's I love that stuff. Did he write this one? Or direct it? Maybe he directed it. He must have some connection to it. They got a bunch of stuff on it. Coming soon, Brain and Morbius. Oh, that's not a good one. So now we got a new audio commentary with Tom Baker. The Worlds Within, The Life of Ian Martin. I bet that's good as well. And Behind the Sofa, Generation Game excerpt broadcast on 22nd November 75. I don't know why it's on there, but I'm glad it is.
That could be the one where they got a load of Doctor Who costumes up and the families on the Gen game had to kind of wear them or match the head to the body or something.
Okay. But again, I love that stuff. That's stuff I really go into it in the Blu-rays.
Yeah, so do I.
So by the way, Blake 7's coming out before this. There's a date for Blake 7. It's like October, isn't it? November?
I can't. Yeah, I think it's November. It's in that sort of.
I think this is Christmas market as well. I gather. Pete Morris Open House, no idea. Except from BBC Two program with Tom Baker on it, updated production stuff. I would never know. Okay, I got the Weetabix promotion, Nestle promotion. Oh man, PDF stuff is good is strong on the Android invasion. And look, Android invasion, bit of a dodgy story. Great cliffhanger. Everyone loves that cliffhanger.
Yeah.
Is Brain and Morbius the final story? No, Seeds of Doom. Okay, first.
Do you remember when Big Finish did that 2-part follow-up to the Android invasion with the Doctor and Leela? And it was, I think it was Tom's first run at Big Finish. It was bloody brilliant.
I can't remember. I've got to check it out. See, the thing with Big Finish now is I've still got the Colin Baker one for like 3-4 months ago to listen to. I got one more disc from the Stephen Noonan one to listen to. It's just like they've taken out any desire to go to listen to it. I much rather listen to older stuff right now. I'll listen to Dr. Alex stuff. He's doing great stuff on his channel. Okay, so we got
Big Finish have announced some sort of price increase. I'm not sure what's gone up, but
we should cover that quickly probably. So we got one great story and then two great stories, one meh, 2 and 2. 3 and 2. Okay, 5. We got four bangers and 2 meh. That's a good season. Brain and Morbius. Love a bit of Brain and Morbius. No,
overrated story for me, Brain of Morbius.
Really?
I like it, but yeah, it's not one that I look forward to or particularly savor.
I haven't seen it for many years. I have to go again. Look, for me, I like the cut down editions that Cunning Monkey does. I really do. It's the way I enjoy watching the stories now. So audio company, Tom Baker, Christopher Barry, Philip Hinchcliffe, Philip Maddock. Oh, that's good. Philip Maddock there. Richard Bignell with highlights of the documentary on season 13. Thank you, but whatever. Calm down. Designs on Khan, documentary, Barry Newbury. I remember that. That was good. Letter Robert Holmes Easter egg on the original DVD. I kind of remember that as well. What's the new? We got the Omnibus repeat from December 76. Behind the sofa. See, it's okay. What's his name? Pete McTeague should have done a cut down on this one. Which he did on the season 7 box set. So we got production documentary, Ariel article from the edition of BBC magazine published on 75 in Radio Times cuttings. What's that? I guess that's the PDF material we're looking at right there.
Beautiful.
But have you seen the Timeless Doctors? Because I fundamentally disagree with the Timeless Child and stuff like that. But I love the work he did on that. Like, so he did a thing with the Morbius Doctors.
All about that project. I know it's been running. He's been putting it together for years, and I'm glad that it's finally coming down.
His love for it shows as well.
Yeah.
Can I find the thing on it? No, I think I must have got rid of it. Never mind. Fine. So, and also, I think the The return to Khan in the Capaldi era was fantastic. That was one of the things that really worked. Although, you know, when they had that big snake guy appear in it was Davros's servant at the beginning of that episode.
Yes.
Yeah, should have been the Mara, right? So should have been the Mara. I would love the idea of the Mara becoming Davros's servitor throughout time. That just kind of works. Fine. So now we got along with Inferno. I think this is my favorite of the omnibus versions that we created. Okay, I'm glad he's doing a Season Doom one. Let's see what we got here. Audio commentary: Tom Baker, Robert Banks Stewart, Jogs Canfield. That must be his Dougie Canfield's wife, right? Must be. Kenneth Gilbert, Philip. There's a lot here. Philip Hinchcliffe, Michael McStay, Rodden Murray Leach. Wow. I actually no. I listened to this commentary from Roger Murray Leach. Right. He's being interviewed on the next Blake 7 box set as well. I think.
Yeah.
Or was it the last one? No, I think it's the upcoming one. Podshock making a documentary, Playing in the Green Cathedral. Documentary with Jeffrey Burgeon. I thought they Jeffrey Belden, the guy who played Catweasel. What do you do exactly? Documentary with Graham Harper. Now and Then. That's actually quite a good one as well. Outtake from Planet 5. Easter egg. Okay. Jonathan Tallis anecdote. Another Easter egg. Isolated music score. And The Mask of Mandragora coming soon. Ken Dodd's Seaside Special excerpt. That has got to be great. What was that from? 75? 76. Cracker Jack. Excerpt from the episode The Space Odyssey. Cracker Jack excerpt from Hello My Dalek. I thought they already released that. No, that's on DVD. Behind the Sofa. The season 14 coming soon. Was that a little story? I can't remember. What's it? Let's have a quick look. Doctor Who season 14 Blu-ray trailer. Doink. Hang on a second. Is this the Home Assistants? Okay. Oh yeah, fine. This is one of the story. It's later than I thought. I won't look at it now. Camera script document plan omnibus repeat documentation. Again, I'm glad it's there, but I'm never ever gonna one of my grandkids sometime. Omnibus version. That's the new edit that he's done. Graham Harper in conversation. That I'm really wanting to see. The who's in the Fourth Doctor Escape Room, which is a feature which I really quite enjoy, weirdly enough. Michael E. Bryant, Toru Yadoki, and Matthew Woodhouse and Emily Cook. Well, she's the compare. Merry-Go-Round, the Odyssey excerpt from the program from 77, featuring a family watching Terror of the Zygons. It just seems like Matthew Ward. I guess they're looking for the few people still alive. I thought they should have got Lou Jameson to do this, quite frankly. Maybe have Tom Baker as in a Perspex pyramid, that sort of thing. So again, we don't know when this is out, but this is one of the best things going on in the world of Doctor Who right now. Right, I totally want one of the best things going on in the world.
It's a pity they put out so few of them. When was the last set? February.
Yeah, look, but then we're getting 2 a year. I think is good. Frankly,
it was meant to be 3/4, and we're back down to 2.
Yeah, because people can't afford it. Frankly, I think they're going to hurt their. Once people stop being completists, they lose a lot of sales. So, what we got left? We have season 7. We haven't had season. We got all of John Pertwee apart from his last season, season 11. We have 7, 8, 9, 10.
We've got 11, 16, and 21 of the 3 color ones outstanding.
Oh, so we're 2 years out, right? From before and I want to wait as long as possible to do the black and white. Let me see if I can find this thing. This is from 2 years ago. And I think David Howe shared it today, right? And it was this remarkable reconstruction of the lost final scene of Invasion. Was it episode 4? Let me download. It's the best reconstruction I've seen. Like I can't tell it's a reconstruction. That's how good it is. 1 second. Let me pull this up. Doink. Yeah, this will blow your mind.
Well, here we are. Now this is the whole area in detail. London offices, warehouse area, and surrounding buildings.
Oh, yes, I see.
But, Doctor, we can't go back in the same way again. They'll be waiting for us this time.
Oh, my word. How very fortunate.
Anything I can do to help?
Brigadier, you don't by any chance know where I can find a canoe?
Okay, I'm finding that stunning, right? I can't tell this is reconstructed. Right?
No,
To me,
if you'd have told me that was from the actual episode, I would have probably have believed you. The only thing that gives it away is the soundtrack being ever so slightly out of sync with the way the lips are moving. Other
and this
than
was
that,
2 years ago. 2 years ago.
oh wow, okay, yeah.
The thing about this technology is using it the best way possible. This is a good chunky 2.5 minutes. This is like 10% of the episode. And again, it's just clever direction. That's really what's selling it.
You sure this is our ear?
Yes, no, come on. Go on, I'm holding it steady.
Shot that specifically. Again, you wouldn't need to do that now. You'd just be able to do it with AI. I wish I could remember where the recap started, so I know where it's like not AI anymore.
Yeah, I can't distinguish the AI from the.
Yeah, it's. On the second viewing, it's actually a bit easier.
Jamie, I'm afraid I was right.
I think it's right at the end. When he... Right. I think we're on the next episode now.
Amazing.
Yeah, that was it blew me away. Yeah, and so take their time, right? Take their time. My name's Tzvi Lebetkin, the Rabbi from another planet. Please like, share, and subscribe, and ring that little bell. Ring the little bell so you're notified when new videos drop.